just by me filming that building that I'm sitting sort of adjacent to. Tell me if you know where I am. And for those who do know where I am, you're not allowed to play. Because if I've told you already, then you can't play. Ah, dear. Okay, let me just find somewhere or somehow or something that I can prop you in. That ain't going to be all over the show. Bit like that. Yes, it's still morning. Good morning, folks, and all the rest of that rubbish that goes with it. Get ready for a conversation of nothing but bollocks, because I'm good at that. Seriously. Well, yeah, yesterday was like what I call a non-day. I didn't do any driving. I was in the yard. I sort of circumvented it slightly. Start from the beginning. On Friday, I'd done my day's work and I pulled into the yard and dropped the trailer off, and I seen my night driver walking down the yard, and I thought, so I drives round like, and I went on the button for the window to come down, and what the fuck's going on? Nothing. Fucking, and I've been using the fucking thing all bloody day. That's a bit that pissed me off. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I said to her, just tried out the window and there's nothing fucking happening. So then I tried the passenger side, and sure enough, the passenger side wasn't working. I'm thinking, oh no, whatever next? Good grief. It was Friday for me, so really it didn't really make any difference. But obviously he tried it, and he managed to get that window down, but then he couldn't get it back up again. And it was parked under the canopy in our yard for practically the rest of the weekend until Monday, when I phoned up in the morning yesterday. What am I doing? And he goes, guy from Bridgend, just the man. He says, your truck, it's VOR because of the driver's windows won't work. And I went, yes. I said, I did point out on Friday. And he says, well, is there any chance that you could have a look at it? Because we're 2 trucks short at the moment. And he says, if you can get it going, like we're going to sort it out, then you can use that truck. And I said, okay. I said, but what happens if I can't, though? And I says, if I can't use it, if I can't fix it, then all it takes pretty much half a day to fix it. Then what? I said, you want me to stop in the yard and then help John doing some bits and bobs around the yard and what have you? And they said, well, we'll see. So, but it ended up, that's what I ended up doing, because I'd started this, I'd fetched off all the pins and what have you. When John turned up, he managed to get the actual door skin off, because this thing here, there's the actual lever to open the door, right? It's not the right hand side. This one is the left hand side, and the right hand side is on the left. 3 guesses to why that is. Anyway, so that this doesn't move, it's been glued on, so we couldn't get it off, so we had to do a bit of, John did a bit of jiggly-piggly with it and managed to get the armrest off, the handled armrest, and everything. But before all that happened, I'd already took the switching system off, the little switch gearbox here, just pulled that off, tried another one, tried a second one, still no joy. And once we've eliminated that problem, along with the fuses as well, they're all fine, it can only be a broken wire, and it was. But we got the handle off, we got the door card was off, and then I said to him, I said, well, being as how we're here, can we see if we can fix that rattling? Obviously you got the glass, and in the centre of it, that goes all the way down inside the door, is a runner where this nylon sort of, what do we call it, bushing, whatever, it grabs out this rail and it slides all the way down as you go up and down with the window, right? With the cable in and pulls it all up and down, but it's a guide basically. At the bottom of the guide, there's a clamp, a bracket that's pinned to the bottom of the door, along with one that's at the top of the door. The bottom one, it had snapped off. And I said, well, we might as well, while we're here. So I got him to unplug it all, fish out all the cabling, get the window mechanism out, and then I went off to the company that's behind us, because they got welders down there, and I welded the bracket back on, and then brought it back. We fit it all in, and hey presto, brilliant, it works. And there's no all that those annoying noises. I mean, don't get me wrong, these vehicles do make a lot of noise, we know this, right? They do. Creaks, rattles, bangs, you name it, it does it. And after doing that, brilliant, I thought, this is going to be great, this is. And it was all done, sorted, brilliant. There was one thing that we did do before all that, to see whether or not we could fix the electrics without finding the broken wire, and that was to disconnect the battery. Maybe that might reset it. So bear that in mind. That was one of the processes that we tried. New controls, fuses, disconnect the battery. Eventually, like I say, we found it because it's a broken wire inside the gaiter that goes from the door to the body. It was in there, sort of like just on the edge of it, and obviously by using the tester, the old what's the name, continuity, beep beep beep, we found the one that was broken and we fixed it. Anyway, ah dear, yes. So I messaged my night driver yesterday. I said, right out, window's fixed, it's been welded back together again as well. I said, so everything's working fine, magic. So that he comes in and he breaks down. He breaks down because he was up at, where was he, Derby? I think he was in Derby. He broke down there, nothing. Turned the key, not a sausage, right? Dead as a doornail. No lights, no fuck all. So we had a quick look, and he noticed, because he checked the battery, he noticed that the terminal was loose on the battery, right? And I'm thinking, fucking hell, man. Well, I had the terminal off, I'm not sure I fucking tightened it up properly. Well, when I got in this morning after learning that news, because I was tasked along with John when he turned up, I'd fetch the batteries off the vehicle, the ones that was on it, and we put some new ones on, but I'd fetch the old ones off, waiting for John to come and sort the new ones so we can get the new ones on. And there's me thinking, well, it's my fault, because I took the negative off the battery to do a reset with electrics, thinking that might fix the windows, which didn't. But now, as soon as I seen the batteries and noticed that it wasn't the negative side, it was the positive side, that it was all knackered up and what have you, I was like going, it's not my fault, I am not to blame, yeah, I was dancing all over the place. I thought, well, because I found it rather strange that, I'd obviously took the terminal off the negative side, and why on earth would the fucking positive come loose? I mean, what the heck was that all about? That just, well, a fucking thing. I just couldn't get my head around that one. Because when they says that the battery terminal was loose and that's what was causing the problem, immediately I'm assuming that it's going to be the negative side, because that was the one I had off. And I said, well, I was tighten the fuck. How fucking tight these things got to be, like, And thankfully it wasn't. It was a positive side that had fucking broken up. Oh, I thought, well, fucking hell, how about that? How the hell does that happen, though? You just couldn't write that shit, honestly. But, like I say, this morning, the first thing I did, I stripped the old batteries out, waiting for John. We got the new batteries out. got the fork truck, put them on so we could just slide them into place, and then got them all fastened up. John did that bit. Well, then one of our other drivers was given a truck which had got the side, like there was a front wind deflector panel on the front of these DAFs, with that bubbly bit that sticks out of it, and it was missing. The whole fucking thing, it was gone. It was in the footwell. And I said to John, I says, well, can't we put one on? I says, well, I ain't fucking do it. You got one? I said, well, I got a red one. I said, that'll do. No, you can't put a red one because it's a white truck. I said, you can, it won't hurt. It's better than having none at all. To sitting on the forklift truck at this point, I'm thinking to yourself, well, we've got trucks that are broken down. Which one can we rob it off? So we end up robbing it off one of the other ones that are broke down, of the umpteen dozen ones that are broke down. So we just whipped that one off. But we took it off, but the pins under the bonnet, they were, the whole locations were there, the tabs for that. But on the side that goes around the frame beyond the door, those are all broken off because it was like saying we wanted to come off another vehicle. But it just so happened that the one that had been pulled off that vehicle, the tabs were still in place, and there was enough room to poke a couple of holes in each one, and down the side of the actual this fucking wind deflector, and cable tied that side back on it. I mean, you wouldn't even know, honestly, you wouldn't even know. When I talk about class bodge, it was fucking brilliant, but it made the vehicle look better than what it was, because when you have that gaping fucking hole there, it looks a bit unsightly, and it's like a fucking red rag to a bull when you think about it. So, yeah, I was glad that we took a moment to sort that out, because it didn't, honestly, it didn't take long. 10 minutes, that's all it was. 10 fucking minutes, and it was done. And he was on his merry way then, while I'm still faffing. So, I'm all ready to go now. I've got my trailer, my empty. I'm going out the door, off up to Unilever to go and fetch me other trailer. And I book in and all the rest of that nonsense that goes with it. And I go around and fetch my trailer, and I'm underneath it, so then I'm all plugged into it. And I'm doing my walk around and looking, and what do I see? A fucking whacking great big chunk of rubber missing out the centre of the tyre. Fuck. And I'm like, don't be down to cords. Don't be down to cord, please, no. And fucking thing was, little spot right in the centre of the hole, like that. Metal cord. Scrap. So I had to have that changed. Well, never mind. So I've had a good day today, already. Yeah, I fucking have. Unbelievable. Well, I'm up here now, and if you haven't guessed by now, I will tell you. We're up at Workshop. Tell you what, it's bloody sore there. I don't know what the fuck that is. Keep slicing the fucking thing to try and get rid of the crap out of it, but maybe I'm going manky. It's got a chance. But yes, we're up here today. I'm picking up a load, and I'm going off back down to Litchfield. And then once I'm off to Litchfield, I don't know what's going to happen then. I mean, at this rate, they're probably just going back home anyway, because it's been a day. It has been a fucking day. It's been good fun, though. I mean, obviously the start of the day has been great. I love to have, like, give me a problem, and I'll try and find a solution. Whether it be the right solution is, it's debatable, but I will find a solution around it, like, I love things like that, tatting and faffing and fucking around. That's why I had a bunch of this shit as well. This one here, right? That's the Timex Intelligence. When that was new, I didn't buy it new, but when it was new, the retail price was $160, right? Because it wasn't working and the strap was damaged, with a bunch of other watches it came with, less than £2, would you believe? And all it took was a bit of time, and obviously a new strap. The straps are not this colour when you first buy them. They absorb your moisture, or your salts and your sweats, and it turns it into this like a curing, cures the leather, if you like, if that makes sense. It's as if it does, but it's really nice. It's a padded, soft leather one. It's really cool. Anywho, the reason why I mentioned this particular one is because on the weekend I'd found a couple of job lots, and coming up there was it two? I think it was just the two. There wasn't a third one from the same place. It was just two of the job lots. He had several of them, but there was two that I was interested in, and I've spent some fucking money on them. I'll tell you that much. But there's a lot of watches, right? From complete utter crap to a few good ones in there that I'll want to have a nose at. But I found one with one of these in it, right? And I'm thinking, fucking, that's a Timex Intelligence in amongst all that rubble. So I'm keeping an eye on that one, and sure enough, as the time's ticking down, and people are obviously, more bids are going on, so the price is going up. It's not going up a staggering amount, but it is going up. And I wins the bid by fucking, yeah, I won it. But as I'm looking at these pictures of this particular watch, right, which is in the pile of all the other watches, they do snapshots of different areas, right? You know what I mean, do you? And the more I look at it, the more I'm not convinced that this is actually a Timex Intelligence. It looks like one, but I'm not convinced it actually is one. I mean, the hands are quite unique for these particular watches, right? And the hands on this particular model was the same kind of hands on this, so I'm thinking, well, it's got that, but I don't think you can actually see it. But at the top there, it says Timex, right, where the 12 is, or where the 12 marker is. And on this model that's in this mess, didn't. And the buttons, right, you know, there's the ones on the right, and you got the one on the bottom there on the left. On this one, they're on the opposite side, and they haven't got the colour indicators like this one has. The two bottom ones, they got a black band, and the top one has got the red band. That one's for the temperature. And I'm even more intrigued now, right? And I'm willing to pay whatever it costs to get all these now because of this one, because it's something different. It's an anomaly in a sense. It doesn't make any sense because it looks like a Timex Intelligence, but what I'm seeing, it's saying it isn't. But it looks like one, but it isn't one. And I'm scratching my fucking head now, so I'm like, fuck it, I don't care how much it costs. I'm fucking buying the lot now because I want to know what that fucking thing is. So I've got to wait until it turns up now, because I was, like I say, I won that bid, and here we are. But it just so happened, as I was scooting through the multitude of pages of job lot watches, like I tend to do, because when I'm bored, that's what I'm normally doing, is like job lot watches on the old eBay. And I found another job lot. This time it was only, I think it was 5 watches. There was 5 of them, and it included a Timex Intelligence. But this one's this one was like I say, this was the £160 one. The black face one was less. The black face one, for some unknown reason, was like 95. I don't know why that is, what the difference between this one and that one, I ain't got a clue. But when you looked at the retail, that's what it was. One was more than the other, don't know why. But this one, it was the black face one, and sure enough, so was the one in this job lot, so was the one in this other job lot. 5 in a bunch of fucking 90 watches, whatever the fuck it was. There's a shitloads in there. But again, the one that's with the 5 compared to the one that's with about 30 watches, this one had the Timex across the top. It had the proper dials on it. It had the fucking buttons in the right locations. And I'm fucking scratching my head now. I'm like, this is definitely going to be a real awesome fucking, you know, puzzle to work out, to find out what it actually is. Now, the way to find out whether it is an actual genuine Timex Intelligence is as simple as cracking the back off. Once that back pops off, that'll tell me everything I need to know, whether it's an actual genuine one or whether it's a rip-off one. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it'd be pretty cool. I might even do a video on it when I get them turn up, like, you know. There was something else that I've got as well, probably another Casio that turned up, G-Shock, an old one. I did have one on the weekend that turned up, that was sitting on my desk for a while, and I finally decided to go through it, and it was a pretty simple fix really. That one was a matter of strip it, clean it, new battery in it. It works fucking perfectly, which is nice, being as though it's a 1990s version. And you know, the strap loop, right, that was missing off it, but routed to the spares I've got, and sure enough I got an old strap from a Casio and just pulled it off and shoved that on, and jobs are good. Yeah, it's always best to keep the spares just in case, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. I stripped down a Citizen Eco Drive. I've got it to work in a fashion. I thought I'd actually got it to work properly, but I haven't. Something's not quite right somewhere, so I'm going to have to disassemble that again, but that takes some fucking time, that does. Jesus. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that watch, so I'm going to give that one a miss for now, and I will have another go at it, because for some unknown reason I can get certain features to work, but then there's other features that are not working. The second hand is not moving, and when you try to move it manually, it's rigid, so there's something stopping it on the inside. So either I've done something wrong and I've missed something when I first had it apart, or what, I don't know. Could that be the reason why it was binned off in the first place? Who knows. So as soon as I get the time, because like I say, no pun intended by the way, it's gonna be a ball ache to get that one sorted, because there's a lot goes on, and if you don't keep an eye on where you do take things apart. I mean, the first time I did it, I made sure that at every stage, with every screw that came off, I took a picture, so that I knew where things went back. And sure enough, I put everything back because there was nothing left over, which I was quite chuffed with, actually. You know, there weren't no spares. That was fucking cool, that was. But I've got to figure out why it's doing what it's doing. It doesn't make any sense. So, but the hour hand, the minute hand, the function hand, and the mode hand, and the 24-hour hand, they all work. They all move. They don't do what I want them to fucking do, but they do move. The second hand does not. Bit of a weird one, that one. So I've got a funny feeling that the gear that drives that is probably trapped, and thinking that I've obviously got it in the right location, but everything else works bar that thing, so there's a possibility that may be the reason why. But until I actually disassemble it again, which is a fucking nightmare, I won't find out. But it is fun doing it. Abrai has got one similar, and the bottom of the face, because it's a chronograph, you got the main dial, you got two faces, top, one at the bottom. The bottom one is the mode, the one that's on the right is the function, and the one that's on the left is the 24-hour. He was told by a jeweler, because the mode had slipped, so when you select a function, the pointer, even though it's got this like a sort of looks like that in a sense, the pointer was in between each mode point. It wasn't actually on each section, and the jeweler says, "Oh, no, mate, we can't fix that." You can't take them off. Well, that's funny. I had a fucking box full of hands in the fucking... Sounds like a serial killer, that, doesn't it? I had all that took apart when I was doing it before. So that, why would he say you can't do that when I've already proved that you can? How do you think the frigging things get put on? They don't just go easy wheezy, let's get fucking busy, you know what I mean? They assemble these things, so they've got to come apart. It's simple as that. But yeah, I'll have to have another go at that one. Definitely. The Seiko one that I had a go at, which was got some severe corrosion on it. Unfortunately, that one, that's died a death. There's nothing I can do about that. I tried using this glue stuff that I bought. It's called silver conductive glue, and I'd little dabs for the capacitor that fell off. Put that on. Little dabs for the quartz that had come off, and left it overnight. And I come to fiddle with the darn thing, and they all fell off again. So I'm like, well, what the hell's that all about? And this is supposed to glue the shit on there. It didn't work, so there's nothing I can do about that. Unfortunately. Hey, whatever. Whatever. You can only do what you can do. See, when I have all these particular watches, depends on whether they're either analog quartz or digital quartz. I've got no worries whether they work or they don't work, because if they work, then it's an achievement, isn't it? Something that's old, that's over 10 years old. Some of them I've got that are over 30 years old. If I can breathe new life into them, brilliant. But I've got no problems if they don't work, because they are old. And to be honest with you, some of these ones I do mess with, they don't like being fettled with. They hate it. And they'll just go and just melt into like a blob of shit and fuck off. They just go, no, that's it, I've done, I'll quit, I've had enough. Because they're just old, they just crumble away, and it's one of them. Some of the ones that I've had where I'm thinking, I'd love to get this to work because of it is old. I mean, it is a different type of, I don't know, mechanism that's in there, have you? And they either do or they don't. But I've got no problem with that, none at all. Because it's, you pick a watch up, right out, what's it like? Is it worth anything? Is it not worth anything? Don't matter to me. It was like the other one that I did. I'd had this Ascot. I had it for ages. Right? It came in a job lot. It's got at least 6-7 months ago, maybe longer. And it was in my my what I call my parts box. It was a complete watch. Right? It was always in the parts box, along with several other ones that I call the parts box. Well, more like fucking 20 dozen. And it does look like a really robust, expensive watch, but it's not. On the outside it looks expensive, but on the inside it's as chintzy as you can get it, you know what I mean? But what was wrong with this particular watch is the number 2 from the 12 had fell off the face, and the 10 position, which is a marker, that had fell off the face. So I thought, being as though through X amount of time of stripping watches down even further and getting more confident with watches, I had a crack at that one, and sure enough, I managed to suss the issue. A couple of minute dobs of super glue in the locations where they put the pins in on the tiniest shit they are, and push it down into place, glued in place, done. Put the second hand back on because that had fell off, and had to fiddle with it for a little bit to realign the level, because obviously as the hands sweep across the face, they're obviously stacked on each other, aren't they? So they've got to make sure they miss. And there was a point where it was just snagging, the second hand was on the minute hand, but I managed to level it, straighten it, and it's sitting there now on its little stand, working away merrily. I would say, when that was new, right, I think it's a lady's watch, I think, to be honest, like a lady's sports watch, and I think I would say, buying that new, you would probably spend 40 quid on it, buying it new. That's my opinion. Whether it was more or not, I don't know, but hey, it's one of them, innit? It's not like that Citizens Eco Drive, right? No. The Citizens Eco Drive, which is the one I've got that I'm still trying to figure out whether I can get it to work properly or not, is the E860, and they're not cheap. They fucking ain't cheap, mate. When I typed in Citizens Eco Drive, it comes up and the first one says 400 and fucking something quid. I'm like, Jesus Christ, why throw these away? I mean, my fault with the Eco Drive, I shouldn't have stripped it down to start with because I didn't understand how it worked. What I should have done is got some fucking, got the instructions, because I've downloaded the manual to it now, I've got all that. I should have done that first and not bothered messing with it, just leave it alone. Ordered the new capacitor for it, because it's not a battery, it's a capacitor. So you order a new capacitor for it, put that in and see what happens. And I reckon I wouldn't be in this position I'm in now. Oh, you know, when you do things and you just think you're doing the right thing and you just end up fucking things up. Well, I do that quite often. Yeah. That sounds weird, doesn't it? They haven't got a ramp here, it's just the fork truck and then the pump truck it up and down. We used to do this ourselves, though. We used to load our own vehicles, but they've stopped doing that now. I don't know why they've stopped it, but they've stopped it. Got no complaints, mind you, but hey, whether it'll revert back to that, I don't know. Oh dear. Yeah, I think some of the ones that I've had that I've when it comes to these old ones, and I've refurbed them, and they have been complete trash, and then they're not. That's the ones that I do prefer, because I like that challenge to find parts to make that watch whole again. Whether it be internal parts or external parts, it don't matter. If it's one of the Casios, then I will stick to the Casio components. I'll give you an example. What was it? There was two of the G-Shocks. There was the G511D, right? The first one I had, I'd stripped it down, stripped the module apart, trying to get that to work, but the display wasn't doing fuck all. There was nothing. It was just dead. Not even the analog hands removed. It was just gone. So it was in its own little box, in bits, sat there, because I knew that at some point, right, someday, I will be able to find some parts to fix this bloody thing. Because if you Google Casio G-Shock G511D, have a look how much they cost today. And they're not cheap, mate. So, as the time progresses, and I have a quick look and you find the module for this particular model. And it's the one day on eBay, it pops up, fucking two of them. Brand new module for that particular watch. The old D511, G51D. And I'm umming and ahhing because the price was quite high, which is understandable. And I had a message come through because I was watching it, just debating. And they knocked, I think it was about 15 quid he knocked off it, the guy who was saying this particular thing. So I paid for it, and it cost me 57 quid for this module. That's the insides of the actual watch itself. So you've got the display, and you've got the movement, because obviously it would have been analog as well. It also had the batteries in it already on, so it was already functional. And as it turns up, I'm all excited and stuff, thinking fucking brilliant. So then what you have to do is, well, I'd already done it anyway, but you take the hands off the existing module. You take the hands off, because you've got tools just to pop them off. Whether you've seen any videos at all with the removal of the hands of a watch, you place a piece of plastic over the top first, and then you use your tools to like leave them off. It saves you scratching up the face and what have you. And you do that, and then you sort of prise off the face of the watch, and then away you are, done. Those are the two components that I needed to keep, because the rest of it was crap. But I put that in a spares box, then reassembled the new one, put it all back together again, and awesome stuff. And then X amount of time later, there was a guy selling another one on its own, and I paid, didn't pay a fat lot for it, to be fair, but it was faulty. And when it turned up, good grief, I mean, this thing had been worn to death, right? Which is good, because the guy who had it must have really enjoyed it, right? That's the best part about some of the watches I've got. If they really are worn well, and they've literally just given up the ghost and they've decided that's it. I need to have a new one, because this, to me, that says they've really enjoyed that timepiece and they've had it on their wrist quite a lot. This one, you could tell that was the same incident, because when you took when I took the straps off and then got the back off it, there was a certain kind of aroma emanating from this thing that was very pungent, and yeah, I couldn't wait to give that a fucking bath. But again, stripped out the module, stripped the module down, popped the hands off, faceplate off, and I split it in half, removed the circuit board. Now I could tell that the actual watch itself was working, it was just the LCD display that wasn't working. So what I did is I thought, well, I've got that other one that wasn't working at all, but was it just the fact that the PCB of the board was knackered, or was the whole thing knackered? So I thought, let's give it a chance. So I cracked the one that was from back then, cracked that in half, and swapped the LCD screen with the one that wasn't working, this other one, and sure enough, poof, up it came. I'm thinking, fucking brilliant. So that day cost me fuck all to fix that day, until that was just time. Stripped it down, put it back together again. After cleaning the fucking thing, good grief, it smelled so much better. Oh dear, smelt like gym feet. Oh man, proper stinky. But hey, these things happen. And yeah, I wore that for the day. And I think I came to work in it as well at one point. But now I've got two of the fucking things. The bit that I find, it's such a shame with some of the watches that you get, well, that I get, should I say, is because they're so easy to fix. But I think what I would assume that happens is this, right? Let's say, for instance, you've got yourself some watch, it's a quartz one, and you've had fun with it, you've enjoyed it, and all of a sudden you come to the one day and it's not fucking running, it's dead, right? Because the battery's gone fucking doof. Well, if it's something like this particular watch, you need a tool, not to actually take the watch back. Well, you do, it's called a back lever, but you need an actual a press to put the back on, right? It's not as if you just snap. No, that don't work. You need an actual fucking back press to put these damn things on, because it's called a compression back, right? So you need to have that to snap it in place. So for somebody who hasn't got that kind of tool, right, you trying to get this battery replaced, that means you've got to go to a jeweller's. Now, these batteries are, I think this one's the CR2025, I think this one uses, I think it's a 2025. It is quite a chunky fucker. 3 volt, it's a 3 volt battery. And if you went and bought yourself just one, it'll cost you, I don't know, a couple of quid or so for one of these. I think it's about that. But a jeweller's will probably charge you about 30 quid just to change the battery. I don't know why they do that, but there's obviously got to be a reason. Maybe it's because it's minimum of an hour. Do you know how long it takes you to change the battery in one of these? 5 fucking minutes. That's it. Snap the back off, unscrew the battery cage, because it's in its own little cage. Unscrew that, pop it off, push the battery out, put a new battery in, pop that back in again, screw it down, stick it in the compression voice, the little clamp, snap the back in place, and you're done, and away you go. Set the time off it. That's all it is. Some of the Casio ones, they can be a little bit more of a challenge because whether you know or not, on some of the especially the likes, here's a vintage one for you, especially the 80s version, which is the F91W. You have to take the module out and unclip the whole cage around the plastic part and then lift the cage off and then put the that also has to happen with one of the data banks that I've got as well, which I've got 3 of those. One's in bits for spares, the other 2 I have got a genuine bracelet with it, right? Because you don't get them no more. I was so fucking lucky with that. Oh man, really lucky. The data bank that I had, mine, I sort of acquired that from somewhere. I've got a feeling a mate of mine back in the 90s, he says, yeah, you can have that. It didn't have that type of bracelet on it, but I can't remember, I'd put something on it at one point, but then eventually it ended up in a box with no strap. And then the one day I decided, when I was sitting there, I thought, I'm going to see if I can do something with that. And I took it out and I took it apart gingerly, because I wasn't really that clued up what I was doing with the fucking things, but the more you do, the better you get, like, And sure enough, again, it's one of those ones you have to oink off the fucking clips around the cage, and you pull the back cage off, which if you ain't careful, the fucking lot will just drop apart, like, you know what I mean? And then replace the battery and clip it all back together again, and away you go. A lot of those are like that. So you imagine taking that to a shop because you want the battery changing, and look what you've got to do it. Yes, it don't take long, but just imagine somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing with these things, and they go, how the fuck do I put a new battery in this? What the fuck? Because if you take the back off and you're just looking at the inside of the watch, you go, where the fuck do they get the battery in there then? You know what I mean? And then, so what they end up doing, people, mostly, you just discard the fucking things and that's the end of it. Whereas it's as simple as fetch the module out, separate the cage, lift it off, put a new battery in, done. And there you go. Which is such a shame. I mean, one of these days I might even do a little tutorial video or something like that and just show you how it's done. I have looked at some of these ones and I'm thinking, nah, you don't do it like that, dude. You've got to do it. You've seen some videos out there that, like, tutorials on how to do things. You go, no, you don't do it like that, mate. Oh, good grief. It's like, the thing that always makes me laugh is when you see some of these videos on YouTube where they've got a chintzy watch, right? And I mean, it's too sparkly to be any good. It's too fucking tacky. And they're wearing gloves. I'm like thinking, what the fuck are you wearing gloves for? Huh? What the fuck? No. If it was worth about fucking £100,000, I would understand wearing gloves, but not when it only cost a couple hundred bloody quid, for crying out loud. That's just soft, that is. Bloody soft. And then they put it on the wrist. They're wearing gloves, but they put it on the wrist. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but hey, it's one of them, innit? Unfucking real. Oh, hello. I'm back. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I tend to do when I get home, is I'm either watching stupid shit on YouTube or I'm faffing with watches, or both. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's amazing what you figure out as you progress. When you haven't got any worries about shit getting broken, as long as it's yours. If it's somebody else's, then you're like this. But when it's yours, you ain't that bothered. I had one of the shunters at Unilever. He gave me his, not to keep, just to service it. He had a Casio, and that was one of those edifice ones. And I cleaned it, changed the battery on it, calibrated the fingers, because the second hand, when it was, because it's a stopwatch version, you press the start and stop, and it would sort of like, it was 25 seconds out of sync for some sort of stupid reason, so I got that back to normal. And he's happy with that and what have you. And I've done a few other people's as well, changing batteries and what have you. I don't charge a lot, because there's no point. Only a couple of quid. Something that's more fitting for the job in hand. But yeah, it's only as a favour really. It's just a drink, it ain't anything special. It ain't like I do it every bloody day. Yeah, but it's just to pay for the battery basically, because the batteries do cost money. For argument's sake, the capacitor, not battery, for that Eco Citizens thing, £18.95. Why? Because it's a rechargeable capacitor, not a battery. Button batteries, depending where you get them from, can cost fucking a couple of quid for a few. I mean, I bought, was it from Tool Station a few weeks ago, some CR1620s I think there was, and they was £1 each. You know, so they're not a fat lot. They certainly aren't expensive. Some companies will sell them for a little bit more, but so yeah, there you go. They're still going. They're still doing the thing. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm contemplating whether to be an absolute fat bastard or not. I'm pretty much there anyway, but what do you reckon? I might do in a minute. Sometimes you just have to have something sweet, and it's cheaper to buy the 3 than it is to buy 1, as daft as it sounds. You get a discount, as if they're trying to encourage you to eat more. I'm trying to organise my rooms in my house so that I can get my little box spare room, turn that into my watch room, so I can take all that crap that's downstairs in the fucking living room and stick it up there out the way, so I can then reduce all the debris that's in my living room and stick it up there, and hopefully, you know, make some sense, because fucking hell, man, you walking in my house, I look like a fucking hoarder. I ain't kidding you, it's terrible. But you know, each to their own, I suppose. My kitchen is so much better though since I've cleaned that up. Right, that looks brand new, it's brilliant. But I've still got to do some other fiddling about, and I was supposed to do it this weekend. I was supposed to have got rid of some of the crap that's still in the kitchen-ish. It's sort of up against the wall by radiator, and get that sorted out. I still haven't thrown away my Dyson Hoover because, well, yeah, where can you can't chuck these things away, that's the problem. You have to take them to the fucking tip. But hey, it's one of them. I haven't got rid of that yet. I need to get rid of some other bits and pieces, move a few things out of the way. Then what I want to do is I want to bring my tool chest, well, the bottom half of it, which is up in the other spare room, bring that down into the kitchen where I had it before. Now I say kitchen, it's sort of, because of the house that I live in, the kitchen and it used to be a dining room. Well, because the kitchen was literally now bigger than a fucking postage stamp, everybody just removed that partition wall and opened it up as one big kitchen. But that's where the tool chest used to be, right, to hold all my tools, because I haven't got a shed that's safe enough to put things in. I've got a portaloo, if that's what you can call it, because that's about the size of the fucking thing. But yeah, you can't put them out there. But I want to bring them back down to make some room upstairs. Then I can take the other half of the tool chest, which is up the corner in the living room, right, which is just at the bottom of the stairs, which seems to be just one mound of crap. So I can get that sorted out, put that back on top, get all the shit put out there so that cleans that area up. Then I can go back upstairs then to start moving things around in the big spare room, right, tidying that up, making that a little bit more organised, get rid of the exercise bike. That was my mum's, that was, not mine. She says you can have it if you can see if you can fix it. Couldn't fix it. I don't know what's actually wrong. To be honest with you, I've not really dug in deep on that thing to find out why it won't work, but yeah, she said to me, look, she said, get rid of it. If you ain't going to use it and it's no good, just throw it away. So that's what I'm going to do. Along with my car boot push bike, I shall bin that off and all, get rid of that and just stick it outside, and hopefully the tapman will come and fetch it and off it'll go. So that'll make some more room. I might even do that with a few other bits and pieces I've got that are pretty much pointless being in my house, to be fair. And then it's like one of those, it's like a big puzzle. You got to start in different areas for it to be fucking, to sort of like come back into shape, like, you know what I mean? And that's my goal. I was supposed to have done that on the weekend, but because I was fanning about with that Citizens Eco Drive and I got that in pieces, and on the Friday, I think it was around about 20 to 2 before I went to bed. If not, it might have been longer than that. It might have been 2 o'clock before I went to bed. So by Saturday morning, because I'd still only had a few hours sleep, I just woke up and the enthusiasm of wanting to do all that shit just had flitted away, gone. It had be gone, and I was just like, oh, I'm too fucking tired, I can't be bothered. Because no matter what time of the night I go to bed, I will still wake up at roughly the same fucking time. It's shocking fucking wank. Right, it's what they made. There's not a lot I can do about that. So, this weekend, hopefully, if I do attempt that Eco Drive on the Friday, I will definitely not be working on it until fucking 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. No. As a matter of fact, I might not even bother until I've got that fucking room sorted. That makes more sense, doesn't it, really? Yeah. I'd be better off doing that, I think. Why not, indeed? Would you say? Reckon that's a good idea? I do. Because then I won't get sidetracked then, will I? Do that, get things sorted, so on the Friday, come home, fiddle and faff, do some bits, and then knock it on the head for whatever, go to bed, get up in the morning, start again, do some more faffing and tatting, get some shit shifted, stuff thrown away, blah blah blah, and then hopefully by sometime Sunday I might have that spare room sorted. Sounds cool to me. It really does. I'll have to get myself another computer at some stage, because the one I've got, I think it's on its last legs. I think it's starting to fail. It's just not right. It doesn't help, I suppose, that even though I've got 2 graphics cards, they are old, right? These ones are the XFX Radeon 6970s HDs, so they are quite old. These are the 2 gig memory on them, 880s, which, but mine for some unknown reason are only running at fucking 500 hertz, but they're at 1370s or whatever. I don't fucking know, it's weird. They're not running at the potential they should be running at, but that's neither here nor there for me, because I don't game, you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. I use mine for videoing and watching telly, to be honest with you, but yeah. I think what's really causing an issue is the fact that I've got my 55-inch and my 46-inch TV plugged into it, so I think that's the reason why it's probably on its way out. Even though, I mean, the you know, the, what do you call it, the resolution, it's still within spec. It's just the fact that obviously it's a fucking great big TV and there's two of the bloody things. But I've had a look for some upgraded, what do you call it, some upgraded graphics cards, but fucking hell, man, how expensive are they? I was looking at this one, I mean, obviously just to see how much they were, not the fact I wanted to buy the bloody thing, even though it would be nice, but hey. A graphics card, just one of them, is just a little bit shy of what I paid for my car. And I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit. That is just absolutely insane. Insane. And I don't even suppose that that's one of the, you know, I bet they get even fucking more expensive than that. Was it 1,800 quid? Give or take a few quid. Fucking £1,800, man. That's insane. Absolutely nuts. And of course, I'd have to have two, because you can't just have one. You've got to have fucking two. I was gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. So I don't know when or whether I'll be able to ever have, yeah, because I don't even know if my motherboard is up to date these days, because what are we on? I remember them talking about the 2011 socket. I mean, mine's a 1366, but in saying that, some people was going on about the fact that the 1155 was better. Was it 1158 as well, I think, or something? Or was it 1150? Well, you know, let me know. Yeah. But I had the 1366, right? Because my original computer was a 775, right? That was what my original one was. Gigabyte. I had no issues, apart from the fact it was starting to get slow. This has not had any issues like that, but it has issues, as in sometimes it'll just go. Now, don't do that today. Oh, fuck you then, miserable bastard. And it'll either take forever to load up sometimes, but again, I think that's my fault. On average, just type in the old comment box, how many hard drives have you actually got attached to your computer? Now, I'm going to say this because discard the old laptops, because what is it? You're going to have a fucking hard drive in there and you might have an external. You know what I mean? Unless you've got some elaborate thing where you've got fucking a gazillion fucking hard drives attached to a fucking some module of whatever you want to call it. But desktop. Right, my actual desktop case, including the actual operating system hard drive, because I've got that partitioned, that will allow 6 hard drives in it. Right, they call it the hot swap system. Now, let me just warn you about the hot swap thing. It's not what it actually sounds like. You don't just yank the fucking thing out while the machine's turned on. It just means it's a quicker way of changing your hard drives over. Because I remember reading this comment about somebody putting a negative on the Zellman, what was it, G1000 I think it is, or G, anyway, this tower I've got, it's a full what you call it, yeah, factor, it's a full factor one. And he says, oh boy, and it blew my computer up, and I'm scratching my head now thinking, you bloody idiot, it's not hot swap as in, no dude, we're doing design.
It's Sam Brinton Reg on dotted line, not a solid line. I like white and back, I want yours.
No worries. That one's yours.
There you go.
That was mine.
Yours.
Lovely. Lovely, thank you very much.
I mean, It's a bit crowded here if you want to go into it.
Yeah, it's alright. It's not a problem.
If you want it to all it fence, turn around and
Yeah.
go. Alright.
No worries, dude. Thank you. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Oh. So yes, you know, these graphics cards and motherboards and the fucking socket sizes and all that kind of nonsense. Yeah, it is good, but yeah, when you think about the reason why mine keeps on failing, is it because it's old and it's a 1366 with an i7 chip in it, which is a 3.2 gigahertz thing? It is gigahertz, yeah, 3.2. Is that the reason why? Or, like I said, with the 6 hard drives plus the other 8 that are attached via USB sockets and what have you, could that be a reason why? I mean, I think in the 6 slots, the lowest is a terabyte and the highest is it a 2, probably a 3. But then I've got 2 externals which are 4s. I've got another couple of externals which are 2s. There you got the picture. Could that be the reason why? Maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll leave you up to it. So, have fun. See you later. And you never know, I might have a chat to you again later on in the week. See you later. Ta-da. Bye.